Let's start. First of all, thank you to the organizers to set up a new BarcampLX for the first time. My name is Ricardo Mateus and I'm a senior software engineer at SUSE. And today I will give you a brief talk about some dogmas that I faced during my work time so far. Okay. If I can change the slide. No. Oh, okay, finally. So, first of all, what is a dogma? So, it's a belief or set of beliefs that people are expected to accept without any questions or without any doubts. So, and my goal with this presentation is to share my career path so far and some dogmas that I faced during, most of all, during my work time in consulting companies, and try to demystify some of these dogmas that I had faced. This is my personal experience during the work time so far. This is the name of the dogmas. We will dig into them a little bit more. So the first dogma, it's the extra mile. I started working in a consulting company in 2010, and I work in a consulting world for almost 10 years so far. And I was working directly in the client's office most of the time. So normally, when you are working in the client's office, what's happening is client entering through the door, asking a lot of stuff, and most of the stuff they are asking us are very urgent and very important stuff. And what happens most of the time is that the client comes first, okay? And normally, everything that clients ask us is important, is urgent, it needs to be done right away. And several tasks end up coming to us at the end of the day and need to be done as quick as possible. And of course, no one wants to say no to a client and explain to the client that maybe that is not possible or we cannot do that in the time frame that the client is asking us. So what we should say to this or what we should do to this? So we should say no to this kind of things that happen when you are working as a consultant. Because no task is so urgent or no task is so important that needs to be done right away and cannot be done in the next day. Okay? Of course, there are exceptions to this because if we have a production server down and the client are completely out of service, okay, that is important and it needs to be done right away and cannot wait until the next day, so we should do it. But most of the tasks can be perfectly planned for the next day or the next couple of days. Okay? But if that really needs to be done, then the companies should pay for it. Okay? If you are doing an extra time, you should get the extra money for that time you are spending. A simple example of this is, for example, if you have a problem in your car and you go to a mechanic and they manage that the shop closes at 5 p.m. and you say, I need my car fixed right away because I need my car tomorrow. The mechanic could do a quick assessment and say, okay, this is a 2 hours repair, but I closed the shop in 1 hour from now. And if you are saying, I really need the car for tomorrow, you have two options. You don't get the car for tomorrow, or you pay for the extra time. You don't say to the mechanic, you will work for 2 hours, but I will only pay you 1 hour of your work to solve the problem in my car. That doesn't happen, or at least shouldn't happen. So why that should happen in the consulting business or in the computer science business? That doesn't make sense. And my advice for you is, don't give up on your time. Okay, your time is precious, and you should keep up with them. Another option is if you are okay, you could follow this advice, but if you are happy with what you are doing and you are getting some glad about what you're doing, you can work the time you want, but it's your personal decision if you want to keep working on that or not. It should not be an obligation. Okay. So, the next dogma that I have to present you is reach management level. So, most of the consulting companies who have the holy grail that is reaching management level. You start as a consulting, but you want to become a manager, okay? Project manager, whatever name the company gives to that. And I say I will show you and share with you my career path so far. So I start as a consulting. Then I get promoted to senior consultant. After that, I move to team lead. After that, I reach engineering management. So I'm okay with that. Fine, I can stop there. But in fact, I move again to software engineer. Okay. And who of you think that going from management to software engineer again, it's a downgrade? So, I will say you that this depends on the context. Okay, the context matters when you make a decision about your career path. So, and I will share with you some of the topics that I used to make this decision. So the context when I was working as engineering manager was that it's in a small nearshore company in Portugal. And some of my duties are be present in commercial meetings. So that occurs during the day. And also be present in technical interviews that occurs at the end of the day. And on top of this, I was also accumulating the job as team lead in a project that we have for a client. And that is a lot of tasks to perform at the same time. This gives me low time for development, low time for mentoring, and probably not the best context to perform the job as engineering manager. And and then opportunity as software engineer raised to me, and so I need to make a decision. And this opportunity as software engineer was for a big international company. It is the biggest independent open source company in the world. And I was working in the product. And in the company we have people from many nationalities, different mindsets working together. For you to have a picture of this, in my squad, we are 6 developers. Each developer are from a different country, okay, from different cultures, so it's a lot of diversity inside the team. This is a totally new ecosystem and a totally new challenges to work with. And it was remote work, so I have 2 kids, so I need some more flexibility, and this job opportunity gives me that flexibility. And guess what? Moving from management to software engineer again give me a salary increase. Okay, this is not totally true that you need to expect a downgrade in your salary when you move from management to developer again. Okay, do you still think that was a bad decision to abandon engineering manager and go to software engineer? So I don't think so. And my message here is the context when you made the decision matters. Okay, so for example, I'm sorry, my bad means the same thing unless you are in a funeral. Okay, so. And the last dogma, I call it do it for free. This is a subset of my career path and looks pretty smooth to change from senior engineer to team lead to engineering manager. But in fact, I start working or do some duties as team lead when I was working as a senior consulting, okay? But I didn't learn in the first time, so I started to do some duties as an engineering manager and be a team lead at the same time, okay? And we have several justifications for this. I will present you 2. The first one that probably came is prove you can handle the job. But if you are already working in the company have the obligation to know you and know if you are the right person for the job or not. And just be honest with you and say, you are the right person, do it in full time, or you are not the right person and do anything else. Because if you are a new hire, what the company will do is perform a set of interviews and give you the opportunity of full time. No one says that you start working here in part time, and if you like you, we'll give you the full time opportunity. That shouldn't happen. It is happening. Please don't do it. Another justification could be that the company don't have the budget for the position. Okay. But if the need exists and the company needs that position to be fulfilled, then the budget should be there for the job. Okay. And some of the justification for this is like, you should look at for this opportunity as an investment from you in the company. But is the company investing on you? Is investing in your future, in your development? I'm not so sure, because if they want to give you the job, they just give you the job and that's it. Okay? And that's it. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.